Asobo and Microsoft have outlined their detailed future roadmap, including future sim updates for Microsoft Flight Simulator, betterments to the existing airliners and aircraft, and more, along with, of course, the release of World Update 14 just today. On top of this, the 7878, modified by Kuro, just got better. Version 2.1 of the famous mod is finally here, bringing not only some fantastic aesthetic updates to the aircraft, but some much needed functional improvements as well. And these two are just the tip of the iceberg, ladies and gentlemen. And we have much to talk about in today's video, so sit back, relax, and let's get right into it. What is going on, guys? Varun from Flyby Simulations here, and welcome back to yet another video on the channel. Now, just a quick note before jumping into the meat of things, these videos do take some time and effort to put together, so if you enjoy what you see, do make sure you give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification icon to be alerted every time we upload a new video. Additionally, if you've ever wanted to be involved in some truly amazing conversations pertaining to help with flight sim hardware and software, latest news and updates, as well as conversations around real aviation and aerospace, the Flyby Simulations Discord server is the place for you. You can join us by clicking on the first link below the like button. See you guys there. Let's start things off then with the future of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and the release of World Update 14. As you might have noticed, World Update 14 has been officially released, which will focus on Central Eastern Europe. The pack includes 6 countries including the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Bosnia, Herzegovina, Hungary, Slovenia, and Croatia. Now, before I become all optimistic and say this is fantastic, because I do believe it is pretty cool that more places are getting better photogrammetry updates, I do have to say, what about Asia, Africa, and the rest of the world, guys? Like, seriously, as much as I appreciate Asobo and Microsoft for providing us with constant updates for free, I sincerely think moving away from some of the Western countries and trying to forge better looking assets in the sim for places in the East and down South particularly would benefit a whole host of people who aren't just living in Europe or America. I'm still quite happy about the entire update, don't get me wrong. It's just that I feel I have a platform and should probably put it out there. Places like India, the Middle East, Africa, and so on definitely deserve some attention or beautification. That being said though, World Update 14 does include new DEM data, aerial imagery, as well as over 100 custom updated landmarks and cities. On top of this, there are also 6 handcrafted airports, dozens of POIs or points of interest, as well as landing challenges, bush trips, and discovery flights, which we will be taking a look at in tomorrow's video, so do make sure you're subscribed to the channel for that. Alongside the new update, as usual, we also get a new aircraft, the Aero Vodochody AE45 or AE145, which is classified as this time's Local Legend 11, and the aircraft has been developed by Aeroplane Heaven. Now, I'm not much of a vintage aircraft flyer personally, but I know many of you guys love flying these aircraft, so it's definitely nice to see Asobo still pushing these out. Next up then, Jorg in his presentation went on to talk about Sim Update 13 coming in September, which, as you guys know, is the series of updates which is focused on fixing things in the simulator, enhancing performance, and so on. In terms of what will be in this version of the update, well, working title, the same people who recently enhanced the Boeing 747 and 787 in the sim are now working on piston engine enhancements, along with further bug fixes and improvements to the 2 Boeing airliners in the sim that came about in the latest aircraft and avionics update beta. In summary, Sim Update 13 is mostly meant to clean up and enhance the simulator in some basic ways. Finally, in this presentation then, Asobo classified how the marketplace is changing. Now, I won't delve into too many details of what was mentioned here, because as usual we have a full video talking about it which you can watch here. The basic idea here is that the devs are changing the submission, testing, and release structure of the marketplace to make it easier for third-party developers to release their add-ons to the simulator, especially for folks on Xbox to have more access to better aircraft, sceneries, and so on quicker. Again, highly urge you guys to check out the full video if you haven't already. Trust me, it's a good one. Now, before getting further ahead in the video, I ask for less than 60 seconds of your time to be able to tell you about SimPlace, the largest flight simulation peripheral marketplace in the world. Now, as a flight simmer, finding the right yoke or throttle quadrant or rudder pedals at the right price can be quite overwhelming, but SimPlace offers you a massive catalog of products from trusted developers such as Honeycomb and Thrustmaster to choose from, making your flying experience as realistic as possible. They often have sales and shipping discounts going on as well, so you can often get products for lower prices on SimPlace than you can on other websites. My personal favorite thing about SimPlace though is that they also have an integrated marketplace where you, yes you, can also sell your flight sim gear or alternatively purchase second-hand items for far cheaper prices. So simply use the link in the description section of the video and use code FLYBY all caps at checkout as seen on screen to earn a further 6% off your entire purchase. That's code FLYBY all caps with the link down below the like button to get started with elevating your flight simulation journey. Anyways, back to the video. Next up then guys, let's talk about the much loved Kuro 787-8, the smaller variant of the 787-10 that exists in the simulator. A massive update was just released for the semi-payware aircraft, bringing some much needed functional and aesthetic improvements to the aircraft. Now I say semi-payware because even though the mod itself is free, you do need to have the premium deluxe version of Microsoft Flight Simulator to have the 787-10 in the first place, which in essence is not free if you own either the deluxe or standard versions of Microsoft Flight Simulator. The latest update though has taken the new capabilities offered by the most recent Aircraft and Avionics Update 2 by Working Title and Asobo and enhanced the various systems, pages, displays, as well as the various flying characteristics of the aircraft. From cockpit texture font improvements, new fonts on the MCP or autopilot panel, and overall cockpit texture improvements, to fixes to the wing flex, landing gear, flight model enhancements, and more, this update is honestly amazing in my early experiences of testing this aircraft out for this video at least. Seriously, the flight model has seen some really neat updates, especially to the checklist pages and FMS data entry processes, which make flying this aircraft that much better. The aircraft now also comes with a built-in GSX profile, so gone are the days when you need to search for one made by someone else online. Here's a full changelog if you wish to see exactly what's changed. Now, I am a bit bummed that this update still hasn't addressed the payload management or importing of flight plans through SimBrief. Users will still be required to use the in-sim weight and balance system, which is super clunky and weird, and all routes must be entered into the FMC manually. But I guess this just gives us something to look forward to in the future. So kudos to the entire Kuro and Horizon Simulations team. Good job. Next up then, let's talk Xbox, let's talk PMDG, let's talk about livery packs. Now, I know this is something that a large proportion of the console community has been waiting for, since flying the PMDG 737 in just the standard PMDG colors is quite boring, but as of the 21st of July, 4 livery packs are now available in the in-sim marketplace for you to purchase. 2 for the 737-700 and 2 for the 737-800, with each priced at around $5 each. Though I would have liked PMDG to make the liveries free like they are in the PMDG Operations Center for us PC users. But then again, this is PMDG we're talking about. Finally then guys, let's end the video by talking about yet another payware quote-unquote study-level airliner coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator, the MD11 by TFDi Design. Now before people jump on me about the whole study level thing, yes, I get it. Study level is a weird term, super unconventional, doesn't mean anything particularly, but you get my point, it's a higher than average detailed airliner. Anyways, the MD11 has seen massive progress updates, specifically in the systems department. The aircraft's engines in their current state can now be fully started without the support of the simulator, which is a pretty large milestone. Additionally, the brake and gear system of the aircraft has also seen some large upgrades. The config secondary display, or SD, has been fully implemented with proper landing gear, tire, and brake simulation. On top of this, pilot-induced failures have also been inculcated into this area of the aircraft. Combined with a custom auto brake system that helps decelerate the aircraft at the exact rate that the real MD11 decelerates, as well as a custom modeled reverse thrust system, the aircraft is definitely shaping up for a very good release. Expensive release, but good nonetheless. Now, speaking of the release, and this is brilliant, TFDi Design have actually created a special page dedicated to the aircraft's progress. At the moment, the aircraft seems to be 77.75% complete, with the page showing exactly where each aspect of the aircraft is with respect to their completion, and how quickly we can see it in our virtual skies. Optimistically, it looks like it's going to be sooner rather than later. Super excited. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the end of our video today. But before you go, I have something super quick to tell you guys. Now, recently I've started a new series on my channel. It's called What Went Down. It covers some recent aircraft disasters and investigations into those disasters recreated faithfully within Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I've prepared a short little trailer for you for the first one of these videos that is already up on my channel. It is linked down in the description section, as well as in the first pinned comment down below, that you guys can go check out completely for free. Do let me know what other kinds of videos like this you would like me to put on the channel. But anyways, with that all said, thanks for watching this video, thanks for flying by, and play the trailer. A quiet, uneventful morning flying over the South China Sea. In one moment, everything is calm. In the next, bang! A myriad of alarms start blaring in the cockpit as the two experienced pilots look to both diagnose and resolve the problem that has just ensued on board this Queen of the Skies. Despite the blaring sounds of their instruments being dramatic enough, what's happened in the passenger cabin is even more terrifying. Oxygen masks are strewn across the wide-body cabin, along with a portion of the aircraft's fuselage on the right side, encompassing part of the cabin floor being completely blown off, creating a gaping hole into the internal circuitry of this wounded metallic bird. With the precious supply of oxygen within the masks running out for the passengers, it would be a true race against time for the pilots to bring the plane down safely on the ground. The story of Qantas Flight 30 is one of focus, dedication, and an unshakable faith in sticking to that age-old mantra in aviation: aviate, navigate, and communicate. So, ladies and gentlemen, sit back and get ready to delve into the first of many such aviation and aerospace disasters, covering what went down.